Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more NCAA 26 Pack 6 rebuild. We are in Season 5 with Central Texas Engineering, halfway done with the final era, you can call it, the final era of the Pack 6. The conference has been built up, and we're no longer dead last, which was kind of the whole point of the challenge. We are no longer the worst conference in college football. The Pac-12 has officially surpassed the Sun Belt and Conference USA, as some talented teams have passed through these halls of the Pac-6. Of course, we've been having more and more success with the conference, so that should very equally so mean we actually rise up from the worst. So what looked like to be basically infinite, but our conference being the dead last all the time, is no more. It is no longer a thing. It is a thing of the past, and now the Pac-6 is officially no longer the worst conference in college football. We have succeeded in making it at least something to watch. Not completely the best thing, but since we've been dominating with Central Texas Engineering the entirety of the time we've been with them, all 4 of these years, hopefully going into year 5, dominating, we're actually starting ranked at 21 and considered a top 10 team to potentially, or we are considered a top 10 championship contender team. So we are just outside of being considered a championship favorite. We have an insanely good team, insanely good coach, insanely good players. Now, we still have a bunch of F grades, which sucks, of course. We don't have any game of the weeks, don't have any playoff games, and no national championships. But we have played a ton of nationally televised games. Let's see, stadium atmosphere. We do need to keep trying to improve our team prestige. We need to keep it going. Current home winning streak of 12. We're actually on a run at home. Average home game attendance. What is that? 55. What? 55,000? 55 fans? I don't know what that means. Why does it just say 55? Does that just mean we're 55th in the nation in that or something? I don't know. I just work here, man. But yeah, stadium atmosphere. We just gotta keep being better and better as a team. Keep winning games at home. Keep just winning games in general, and we can improve our team prestige. We need to go undefeated this year to, most likely make the playoffs, and also improve our athletic facilities by just improving the team as a whole. I seriously doubt we're going to be able to get up to a 3.5, 4-star team until we make the playoffs, win a ton of playoff games, and even a national championship. But even then, it probably won't boost us up that much. But we're going to need a big year out of our guys. So let's go ahead and look at the recruits we are going after with now, I guess, 5 years left. Technically 6 if you're counting this one because we haven't played it yet. So with 6 years, you know what? No, I'm just going to say 5. With 5 years left in the rebuild or in the Pac-6 era or just the Pac-6 series, we need to bring in some 5-stars. We've yet to get a single 5-star with Central Texas Engineering, despite having the most success out of any team in the conference. Oregon Tech was the team notorious for getting a ton of 5-stars. Santa Cruz was, the team that brought in some decent players. They definitely got in some 5-stars, like that one edge rusher we saw get drafted that we had gotten. We were with them for his his freshman and redshirt freshman year. Then we left, or then Coach Amani went to the NFL. But yeah, let's get to it. Deshaun Charles, he's a decent corner, 5-star corner. We're only going after 2 of them this year. We don't have the best luck, but he is a zone coverage guy, which we always try to get. zone coverage is very important to us. We run a ton of it when I'm playing, and 91 speed. So Deshaun Charles should be a good corner. Major Kuhn, he's a gem. He's exactly the kind of quarterback we want. Better than Johnny Marciano, for sure. Definitely 12 throw power better. 83 speed. So he's got that good starting speed and that good throwing power to start off. That's going to help us out a lot. But there's no guarantee we even get him. Not even freaking close. But we need to allocate every amount of hours we can into getting him because our current quarterback, David Paxton, is a junior, a redshirt junior. And if he has a good season this year, he might end up leaving. And Major Kuhn, he wants proximity to home, which is really good for us. He's also a really good quarterback who's a gem. I'm assuming he'll be like a star or an elite dev. Surely he is. There ain't no shot that he's only an impact. If you're a 5-star and you're a gem, that's got to mean elite. Major Kuhn's got to be that elite player. Then we got a bunch of 4-stars just to top up the defense, top up some big-time positions. And we've also got a guy like Zach Hatch, 81 speed, 89 throw power. If we can't quite get that 5-star quarterback, Major Kuhn, hopefully we can get Zach Hatch. He's like a lesser version of Kuhn. He's not as bad, but he's still pretty good. We've even got a guy like Akeem Linder, 90 speed, east-west playmaker, and a gem out of Atlanta, Georgia. We want to get that speed running back again. And by speed running back, I mean like 97-ish speed. It's going to take a while to build him up to that level, but still, we need that kind of guy. And then finally, if we can't get either the 4-star or 5-star quarterback, Kevin Cordero is here to fill in. He's also got decent speed and okay throw power. Nothing we haven't seen before. But he is the last case scenario, or the last case scenario if we can't get any of those quarterbacks. And if we can't even get him, that's on us. We do need to get a quarterback just in case our current one, David Paxton, does end up taking rocks and leaving. We don't want that. But I have made a slight change to the schedule since last. And of course, Vernon Shermer. For those that don't know, he was our best receiver who ended up leaving in the transfer portal last year. And well, I found the team he went to, and we are going to play them to get revenge. We want him to feel and remember what it was like to play here whilst getting destroyed by us. And since we are starting ranked, it only makes it even worse for him. But yeah, I figured out, like, after the stream, I went and figured out, like, oh, where did he go? Where did he go? Well, he went to Washington. He went to Washington. And you can see here, Vernon Shermer. I mean, the problem is, he played a couple seasons with us. He just didn't have the most success. He did have 12 touchdowns and in his first season with us, but he never really got past that 700-yard marker, despite being 90-plus overall. It's just nothing we could have done for him to have any kind of success with this because he wasn't helping himself. And a guy who doesn't accept your help and doesn't even get his own help is useless. So I don't want to say good riddance to Vernon Shermer, but he is their second best player. Washington's also a 3.5-star school, so if we can go out, beat a more prestigious school, surely that can help us out. And of course, we've got our schedule. We've got our rivals on the schedule. We've got A&M and Baylor, two of our main rivals, who we have. Well, I don't want to say necessarily dominated, but not necessarily dominated, but have a decent amount of success against. Last season, of course, we did actually destroy both of them, but was that a one-time thing? Was that a fluke, or was it actually helpful to us? And by helpful, I mean like a sign of things to come. We're going to start off the season with an easier team like FCS West. Just throw some random FCS school out there. You're going to start it off hot. Got to start it off with a warm-up match so David Paxson can get used to starting at quarterback. Last season, I believe one of his first, if not his first ever start at quarterback for us, he ran for 4 touchdowns and passed for 3, scoring 7 total touchdowns in the game. I think he threw over 200 yards. He balled out, basically. He went crazy in just a single game. But Dion Ishmael did get injured for a couple games last year, and he came back. But, yeah, that's why we switched out for Washington, put them on the schedule. We are a 94 overall team. So our conference should be the last thing we have to worry about at all. Of course, our lone and only loss last year was to freaking Oregon Tech of all teams. It was to the Fire Dragons. They ruined what could have been a potential playoff team last season. And in Dion Ishmael last year, yeah, that was not what I wanted to see. Then we've also got Maryland, yet another higher ranked team than us. Or not higher ranked, but I mean like higher, like team prestige than us. They have a higher team prestige. And we need to go out and beat these more prestigious schools than us. So that way maybe we can build our own up. Because okay. Now, this probably isn't a good example, but say like Mississippi State or South Carolina, 2 schools that aren't the most prestigious SEC schools. They haven't had much success. Go out and beats like a LSU or a Alabama. That would turn some heads. So say a team like the CTEU Fighter Pilots goes out and beats like Maryland or Washington, 2 already certified teams who have cemented themselves as some of the best teams in college football. That should, in theory, help us out. Now, going and beating A&M and Baylor not as much, but A&M, oh yeah. A&M has cemented themselves a long time ago, but they're not the same team they used to be. Now, let's look at the Heisman, or the preseason Heisman favorites. That would be, well, Texas Tech quarterback, Jamion Royer. 99 overall. Pretty self-explanatory why he's up here. No need to further elaborate. So, yeah, very easily understandable. Shamir Stover. I'm pretty sure this was the quarterback we tried going after at one point. I could be wrong, but that name Shamir Stover does seem very familiar. I might have glanced at him in recruiting at one point, but that name just does seem very, very familiar. Yeah, a bunch of really good quarterbacks for a bunch of really good teams, all ranked. So that's the Heisman or preseason Heisman favorites. The list is subject to change, but let's go check out to see if we have any national All-Americans, considering we are ranked in all talents on here. And no, we don't. But what about the Pac-12? Do we have any here? Well, Oregon Tech still has a lot more people here. Now, I can imagine this is going to heavily change. But a couple of our guys on here, not bad. Not bad, at least on the first team. Second team, however, David Paxson does find himself here. But yeah, it's quite literally just us and Oregon Tech in the preseason All-Americans. But if you do remember, the media actually has us ranked at 21, and the coaches have us at like 24. Yeah, media has us at 21, and the coaches actually have us at 25. So the coaches are being a little bit more harsh on us this year than they typically are. Usually the coaches have us ranked higher than anybody else. But this year it's a little different. Now that we've got something called expectations, we kind of can't let it up. Got to play our level of ball, and hopefully it's guys like Caleb Charbonnet who can get it done. He's got really good speed, really good change of direction. Let's see, His catching's not that bad. He could literally go play receiver and probably dominate there too. He's a Travis Hunter level or type of player. Now his route running is absolutely horrendous. Expect catch and traffic suck. So maybe not. He can barely even throw a football as well. A freaking preschooler could probably throw it further than him. Now, what about his play rec? Well, play rec is 98. Insanely good. Well, what about his zone coverage? The one thing that we work on a lot. 99 zone coverage. Caleb Charbonnet, he could very well win that best DB in the country award and bring it back to us. Man coverage, not as good at, but zone coverage, play rec, and awareness, all in the high 90s. And this is perfect. He's also maxed the speed out at 92. He can kind of tackle, and he's got 88 pursuit angle. So he should be able to make tackles whenever he needs to. He's got gold adrenaline, which means he can improve in-game recovery of wear and tear, so he shouldn't get banged up as bad. And if he does, he can still just heal from it a little bit throughout the game. He's also got gold house call, so he should definitely be able to intercept a lot of passes thrown his way. That's what I'm trying to say. He was already a really good PBU elitist, very good at it, and then also Ralph Awesome, basically coming in and filling for Devontae Jennings, who holds the school record for sacks, 20 and a half in a single 20.5 sacks in a single season. Ralph Awesome has some big shoes to fill, but I think he can very well do it. And then Taylor Volk coming in and got him tied with Jeremiah Jamison for that best receiver on the team. We got him as a 4-star. He's not the fastest, but his catching is really good, and his route running, second to none. Really good route running. His elusiveness as well, so he's got really good change of direction. So if he catches the ball and has the slightest bit of open field, it's going to be very difficult to catch up to Taylor. Of course, Taylor does come from, where did he come from? I forgot. He comes from Kansas State, where he's coming off of a 1,000, or actually almost a 1,200-yard season, 17 touchdowns. He came to us expecting, very much expecting uh, a big season. But yeah, David Paxson. And David Paxson is very accurate. Basically not missing much from Dion Ishmael. I mean, well, I guess you could say we are. Dion had almost, well, his accuracy was pretty much maxed out to the max. There was maybe one or two things on there that weren't 99. Very accurate, but now David Paxton's coming in. He's got 99 throw on the run. So we should be able to scramble out of the pocket, complete some passes on the run, avoid pressure. Speaking of which, he's also got 93 throw power, so he can definitely chunk it deep. Now, speaking of chunking it deep, 87 deep ball accuracy. Not quite 90, not quite where we want it to be, but it's hard to argue with what he's at now. Maybe improve his IQ a little bit throughout the season. His elusiveness, he's got 87 change of direction. So he should, in theory, be able to dodge and weave or whatever around that defensive line that'll most likely end up rushing him fairly easily. Despite us having really good pass blockers. He's got 81 speed, but 86 excel. And that 87 change of direction, he should definitely get a big boost to start off. But if you're talking about him running in the long run, or in the long yeah, I guess the long run, he's not going to outrun many people. He'll be able to run fast. Don't get me wrong. It's just he'll be caught up to relatively easy, and he's got that mobile. He's got that bronze mobile resistance, so he can improve the pressure on the run a little bit. So he can make those very cool throw on the runs. He's also got the natural, so he's not going to be affected by weather as much. But still, David Paxton coming in, big shoes to fill in just a year or two. He did sit behind Dion, so it's not like he's completely screwed. Ezekiel Odenigbo, he's also a really good player, D-tackle. Now, the defensive line might take a step down from what I could see. We've only got not just one good edge rusher, have to step up big time this year. If they want to have any shots of having the success they had last season, of course, last year we had the best defense in college football. Of course, it's also while we're ranked. We weren't just playing any scrubs either. We were playing some teams outside of our conference, which means they weren't scrubs. And we went undefeated outside of conference play. Of course, we lost to Oregon Tech, but it's okay. It is okay. I also forgot to check out Jeremiah Jamison. Of course, I talked about him, and I didn't actually look at him. He's coming into his sophomore year, 5'11". We don't really have that tall, deep ball guy, at least not with these two. These two are more speed, route running, catching. They can get you what you need. It's just not a jump ball. Now, he's got a decent change of direction, but if it comes to being pressed, Jeremiah Jamison has to be the main guy. If you press him, you're done. He's got good enough speed to where he can beat you. Taylor Vol doesn't have that, unfortunately. He can work on it, though. But yeah, Jeremiah, he's the last guy you want to press. If you press him, you're screwed. So I guess without any more wait, let's get into the season and just get this series and get this season underway. And already having a player taken off our board. Not what I want to see. Okay. Rank 21, first game. Like I said, let's try to get as many points as we can. We've got 3 quarterbacks, already third on Zach Hatch. We'll probably put 10 into him. Oh wait, not 10. That's the 4-star. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Let's go 40. Surprisingly, for a team who went 13-1 and is starting the season ranked, we've only got 450 hours. You thought we'd have like 500 or 600? I don't know. King Winder is definitely the guy we want to get. The main guy. Let's go 35. And DeMarcus Pursue. Let's see, 91 speed. Okay. Let's go 35 as for him as well. And in pairs, I can just do 15. I'm done with that. Receiver, Eric Games. Let's do 40 for him. Tight end, we don't need one of those just yet. Got a couple linemen here. Can we just do like 25 for all of them? Oh, Chris Dragas. I want to say just 10. No real need to go crazy for him when we are the only team. Same thing with Brenton Asai. No real reason to go absolutely crazy for him when there's nobody else looking at him. Danny Carter. Let's go 15. Hopefully we don't fall too far behind for these guys. Okay, George McNair. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got centers here, too. Forgot about that. we should be fine. As long as we get one of them, it's okay. Ryan Whitehead. Actually, yeah, that 5-star corner. I almost forgot to put 554 or 50 hours into him. Carlos Quinn. 10 hours. Okay. I can imagine most of these schools put 10 hours into them. It's crazy. Teams like LSU and Texas, heck, even Florida are going after this small of players. And I don't mean like height wise. I mean like just a random. Oh wait, Johnny Cohen's is a 4-star. I am an idiot. Let's go 40. But Newcomb, this Mike linebacker, unfortunately took us off. But from Marcus Kenyon, let's go him. Avery Montague. Okay, well, we've got no hours left. So let's get into week 1. Hopefully 1-0. We do win, but it looks like there's some kind of injury. Better not be our freaking quarterback. We're up to 2nd on Zach Hatch, actually up to 8th on both 5-stars, Charles and Kuhn. Okay, not a bad start. Not a bad start. At least we didn't lose out on the 5-stars immediately. Ralph Awesome had 3 sacks. It's already a really good start for us. Tresman Durham. Let's see. Oh dang, he had a good freaking week. Of course, we are using the Texas Tech playbook. Forgot to mention that. 69-3. Pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. I also forgot to mention for those that don't know, last year we were using the Oklahoma playbook. Actually, for the entirety of this Central Texas engineering era, we have been using the Oklahoma playbook because I saw that Oklahoma's been dominating, and then for whatever reason, as soon as we switch to their playbook, it's like, better luck next time, brochacho. It is not going to work. So yeah, I switched it to Texas Tech, their playbook, because I've heard all around that their playbook is pretty freaking good. So I'm going to try it out. And also, this is our defensive playbook, the 4-3 multiple. It is a really good defensive playbook, so I'd suggest you try it if you want to have any kind of success in Sim. We've now got Texas A&M, who is a 79 overall team. Shouldn't be close. A&M, not even close to the team they used to be. At one point, they were national championship worthy, but now it's a kind of just sad. It really is just sad. Yeah, it looks like Army also just has a scholarship into them. They don't really have any points into Kevin Cordero. Our first on Rousseau, Linder, Cam Carry-On. First on Johnny Goings. Okay. Still first on Eric Games, but I do not know for how much longer. Well, we're actually fighting with about the same amount of points that Texas Tech is using. Any other big-time recruits? Kenyon we're second on. Hatch we're second on. We saw that. Carlos Quinn, we did fall to second. And Kuhn and Charles, ooh, that does not look good. If Florida and Auburn already have that amount of points into them, ooh, that is not good. Not good for us. Not good. But let's go play against Texas A&M of the video. Let's see, what jersey do we want to run with? And we haven't run the just straight up all yellow, I don't think. Let's go all yellow, except the helmet's black. The socks are going to be black as well. Yeah, let's rock that. The Bumblebees strike again. For A&M, they can just run their typical that. Let's go. Let's get into it. And here we go. First game we're playing in this season. Can't wait till 27 where you can actually upgrade your stadium. So we are going to need it. And here we go. Last year we dominated Texas A&M in their own home. We do have A&M still has the series lead, the all-time series lead. That could be changing very, very soon. If we can just continue to build up our team, continue to be dominant, and just hopefully not allow it to be a shootout like a couple years ago. It's going to be an RPO where it's going absolutely nowhere. Devin Carney right there to stop anything. And of course they used the Manu special, of course. And no, he didn't knock it away. He really was there, but he didn't knock it away. Got to deflect that. When you're there at the moment, you've got to... Oh my lord, why does it do this? A&M, no. They're already going to be down in the goal line. Or down in the red zone. 1st and 10. Don't know why it absolutely just messes up the defense. It's going to be a pass underneath to their tight end. I was trying to switch on to that corner so we could send like a corner blitz or something. He was left just completely unattended. Let's see. It's going to be a pass. And it's an incomplete. Bad ball. Quarterback had nowhere to go. Somehow he didn't get sacked, but I guess that's okay. Press up. And QB will take it. And he will be pushed forward for the first. He avoided the tackle for loss and got the first. Please take him down. It's going to be short of the goal line. Got to be fully expecting runs here. Don't know why the players don't just... He's going to get sacked, but there's a penalty. It's going to be on A&M. Is it really worth it, though? They'll push him back. It'll be 3rd and goal. Just decline it. It's basically like asking, do you want it to be third and goal or 2nd and goal? We sacked the quarterback, and now it is 3rd and goal. Just do not let them score. And it's intercepted! Jake's going to get the first user alert and first interception of the video. Read him over the middle, and Major Cheek is turning the other one. And we're going to have a massive start to the game. A&M driving very quickly, but Major Cheek is turning A&M into the minor Cheek. Okay, pause. A&M sucks. That's all I'm going to say. Major Cheek right there to stop it. Well, let's see. David Paxton dominated in his first start. Of course, that was against... Bro, he pushed us into our own lineman. Okay. But yeah, David did dominate in his debut, or I guess his official first season as starter. And Jeremiah Jameson fighting for the first, and he gets it. No problems there. I mean, I love how we're spreading out the defense pretty wide. But we're just going to stick with the run. A&M sending 5, it looks like. And nice jump. I don't like you running with the ball like a loaf of bread, but you did pick up the first. I cannot be mad at you, Mike. You know what? Let's get it out. Taylor Volk breaking a tackle, and he will get a first down. That is a 4-star transfer coming in clutch. You already know this crowd has to be loving how our team is playing. And you know what? Give it to Sterling. First down. Paxton is on fire right now. It's hard to stop a man when he is absolutely balling out. And Volk cannot hold on. Kind of actually covered very, very heavily. And Sterling holds on. Touchdown. We're going to get the lead to start off the game. Sterling, of course, a massive individual. I think he's like 6'5". He is an insanely good player. He's not that fast, but he does have really, really good freaking catching. I actually kind of like Texas Tech's playbook. It gives you better chances to have like RPOs. Spreads out the defense a lot wider. Makes it more difficult for them to cover us because we usually play in pretty tight. Have like a bunch sets, trips. And the one thing we struggle with is run defense. Which, funny enough, last year we were best at. A&M already down 7. They don't get ball at half. So this isn't a good sign for them. They have to score here to at least not let this game get too far out of hand. Speaking of which, we're going to get back there. Please take them down. And we do. 3rd and 2. But you got to be expecting a run here. Expect the run. And please, why did you whiff? Why would you whiff? No. Allers, the safety. Absolutely missed on that tackle. Caleb, you have 99 zone. You got to cover a lot better than you did. We need our best man covering like his life depends on it. But it's going to be underneath. A&M trying to not get held up again. 2nd and 2. I'm trying to leave the field. Middle of the field wide open, but he's going to get sacked. And you know who? Mitch Meeks will get the sack, bringing him down for like the 2nd one of the day. And how did he catch that? Major Cheeks was all over him, and the other linebacker was there too. How did he hold on to that ball? Okay, he must have been working on his catching a ton this offseason. And I'm going to run it. Absolutely murdered our linebacker. And he will get in the end zone, tying the game right back up. It's always the run defense we are, well, at least I'm terrible at. Running a bunch of zones probably don't help either. But we are a zone-heavy team. We run a lot of it. And we build our defense around it. If you can stop a team's passing offense, then you can stop most of their offense. Military school, love the pass to football. So let's see, can we hit him deep? They aren't quite pressing Jeremiah. And Quan cannot hold on. 2nd and 10. Let's see if a read option will work. You know what, better yet, let's not do read option. See if Jeremiah can actually beat him over there. Just give him a chance. Give Jeremiah a chance. Terrible idea. Don't give him a chance. Because the corner somehow coming underneath it. That was a terrible idea. One-on-one coverage and the receiver just... He got lost. You think giving your guy a one-on-one shot would help, but no, it doesn't. Shifty running back. Tried covering him with Tampa 2. This typically is a terrible play, but we hit him up the middle. 3rd and short. Watch out for the run here. They could do it. Better yet, watch out for the pass. And we're going to stop them. 4th and 3. But A&M will just try to go for it. Fourth and 3. And, bro, what is Caleb Charbonnet doing? For a guy that has 99 zone coverage, he plays like he doesn't have that. You're supposed to be playing the flats. Instead, he's just playing very stupidly. Speaking of playing stupidly, David Paxson, that one interception, I don't know. He threw it up there trying to give his guy a chance. But apparently Jeremiah Jamison, just not the kind of guy to do that at all. And 1st and 10. Leaving the tight end wide open. Let's not start collapsing as a defense. They're only 79 overall. You're 92. I also forgot to check to see who was actually out with an injury. Ooh, that could have been picked. But luckily we got back there in time to hit the QB. And he will be brought down. 3rd and 8. Glenn Bouchel, we cannot let you get that, buddy. 3rd and 8. Need good coverage. And it's intercepted. Poindexter takes it away for the 2nd interception of the game. Thank you, Poindexter. An overthrow will lead to a turnover. So now we will get it right back. And Mike Madu will just take it for about 5-ish yards. Nothing too terrible. You know, just getting out to Brian Raheem. Haven't seen his name called too much today. Gotta look his way. Alright, let's see. I mean... Ooh, nice little run. Okay, Mike. Let's actually run a Manu special here to Brian Raheem. You know, maybe if you block the correct guy instead of just doing your own thing, that would have helped. 3rd and 5. Maybe hit Brian Raheem here. And Mike will get the first, just somehow, some way getting it. Don't know how he got it, but he did. This playbook actually also forces you to learn how to play like a wide offense. I guess not necessarily a spread offense, but like playing your guys out wide. Wish you wouldn't just stand still. 3rd and 10. We're going 5 wide. They are pressing Jeremiah. And Quan Bars will get it, but he's short of the first down marker. And yep, I completely agree with you. Let's go for it. Maybe try to hit Mike Madu in the flats. And yep, Mike is open. Probably could have hit the slant. I don't think that would have been a bad idea. Hitting the slant probably could have been open on that. Tresman Durham, come on. 6 yards ain't bad. Cannot argue with it. I'm liking that left side. Okay. 3rd and 4. Pressure got in, but we couldn't get anything out of it. Come on, it is literally in your hand. But let's try to go for it here. Yet again, they are pressing Jeremiah. But for him, let's go short cross. His route didn't take him deep enough. Not nearly as deep as we needed him to. Maybe I don't like this Texas Tech playbook. Maybe I don't like it. Let's see. I don't like that receiver on the left side. He stepped out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. That's a penalty, buddy. You got to stay in. Thank you. All that back. 3rd and short. You better call that frickin' back right now. Watch out for QB sneak, please. We actually knew how to stop that. Because apparently we don't. Watch for like a slant. Nope. Why would we watch for a slant? And I don't know why he's wanted to dive completely in the wrong direction. Like, dive at the guy with the football. He's going to get sacked. Thankfully, we get back there in time. 3rd sack of the game. He will take a massive 5-yard loss. Defense has already produced 2 turnovers, and offense has only been able to score once. He's going to get sacked again, trying to take too long. It'll be 3rd and 21. They keep trying to run this switch route. Just go underneath, take them down, 4th and 14. A&M will just punt it. So defense has been cooking. The offense can't say the same. We got to start producing. Can't keep getting held on 4th down. That blocking was atrocious. But we do need to run, hurry up. Got all 3 timeouts, but we need to get down. We need to get down the field. Big first down. They left it wide open. So you know what? We're going to try just running the football. I think we're probably going to try passing it deep here. Nice job. Let the clock run down a little bit. And will call a timeout. Run the football again. Better yet, they are leaving that. Rahman's in the end zone. They gave him free real estate, and all he had to do was power through. Rahman's into the end zone, cooking up something. Smells like noodles. Finally, the offense gets another score. We should be up like 21 to 7 right now. Shouldn't be this bull crap that we're dealing with. All right, 55 seconds left in the half. Going cover 4 would be a stupid idea at this moment. Very, very stupid. It's going to take off. Of the first. But at least we made him go down. And I'm also calling their second timeout. Slot receiver in motion. He's going to go to the flats, and he will stay in bounds. The clock will keep on ticking. What are they thinking here? And it's a bad ball. Quarterback heavily pressured. And that's exactly how I want it to be. I want him to have very little time to think. We've got to be in his head. That's the easiest way to win. And that is by winning, playing mental games. Now it is 30 seconds left, 1st and 10. A&M now has no timeout, so if they're going to get a field goal, they'd have to get a big play here and not waste their own time. And that should be a penalty, but no. There's a receiver in the area. 22 seconds. Still going spread offense again. And he's going to be sacked. Ralph Awesome. You are indeed good, sir. Awesome. 14 seconds. 3rd and extra long. And he will just throw it away. They have to go for it here. They have to go for a deep ball. I don't think they're thinking field goal. You can't. There's no way with no timeouts to get that here. And Caleb Charbonnet will get a pick. Now will be the end of the half. A&M's quarterback's already thrown 3 interceptions. That's perfect, man. 3 picks already from this defense. And that will be the end of the first half. A&M is down against Central Texas Engineering 14-7. And we are cooking with grease. Offense finally started to heat up. And we've actually gotten the lead. We should be up like 21 or 28-7. One of those two. There was a couple plays in there where our quarterback, David Paxton, should have completed it, but the defense just got in front of it and picked it off. But man, 3 interceptions in just the first half alone for our defense is crazy. Could we be seeing more in the second half? Speaking of which, we will be returning the football. But for going undefeated this year, it's looking great. It's looking great so far. Lionel Lamb. Let's actually see right here. Let's see if David Paxton can have a good lead option. Just take it up the gut and get about 6 yards. Not bad for David at all. Now, it's going to be hard to match his performance from last season. Just get it, check down, get it to Brian Raheem. Don't do anything stupid with the football, David. It's the last thing we would need at this moment. Jamison in motion. It's going to be a run play. And Mike Madu getting about 9-ish yards. Not a bad job from him. Utilize every single weapon we have. Spread them out wide. Make them have issues covering us. And this is exactly what we're going to do. Mike Madu, yet again a big run. A&M has no answers. I honestly love how quickly we've turned this rivalry around. It went from A&M dominating us to it being a... And Ramen, the noodle man. Christian Ramen. Two things you gotta love. Mike fighting through the beach of Normandy right there. Absolutely covered. Taylor Volk, somehow in heavy traffic, gets found for the football. Excellent patience from David, just letting the play develop. And it's going to be a touchdown. Jeremiah Jamison. Maybe not the smartest throw, but he let him get open at least and scored a touchdown. That is ultimate trust from a quarterback to a wide receiver in the end zone for 6, making this a 2-score lead. Jameson was throwing a deep ball earlier, but it was intercepted, giving David Paxton his only pick of the year. I feel like this offense definitely favors our kind of playing style a little bit more. We should be seeing 4,000-yard passing seasons a whole lot more often. And better years from our running backs, because running backs for us have been typically getting about 600 to 1,000, which 1,000's good. But it's like a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. You have to get a guy like Spencer Randall to get that 1,000. And those guys are very, very rare. They're thinking yet another run. They are. And he's just going to go down. 3rd and 2. Spike him into the ground. You better do that. Watch for the run. It's a halfback direct. He's not going to get it. 4th and 3. A&M thought they were slick with it, but no. We are the ones who put the baby oil on the ground. Let's see if we can get a good return from Lionel. Okay, not bad. He got bumped by his own teammate, but who doesn't? I think we could put Sterling on a post. See if we can hit him here. Not bad. Sterling had to come back for it quite a lot, but it will be a first, and down goes Mike. Down goes Mike. Big Mike, come on. But still. Smart pass. Might not have gotten the most air under it, but he still got open. And just hit your tight end underneath. No real reason. Elbow bursitis. He'll be back. There is a high risk of injury. Just wear an elbow sweatband. No real reason to be stupid here. Our running back's invisible. Haven't had this glitch happen in a while, but let's take our running back out, put Durham in. You just hit Taylor Volk, and that's a first down. Sucks that Mike, Madu was invisible there. Okay, Durham. Nice catch. 2.5 minutes left. Hey, Durham. And it's going to be a touchdown. Extending the lead 28-7. Perfect. We've already got 4 touchdowns from our quarterback. Let's go, baby. Got a 21-point lead in A&M. Their hopes of winning are drowning very quickly. They're seeing a pit of black smoke coming from the jet streams of us. They're not going to try running it. It's going to be a sack yet again. The big man, Jimmy Solheja. I don't know how I haven't memorized his name yet. He's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of character. Big man, absolutely dominant. Love to see it. But you know what you love to see again? A sack. Speaking of which, sack time. Carney bringing him down. Devin Carney. He's already got 2 TFLs, 3rd and 23. And I'm with a big, they need a big chunk of yards. But we're not going to give it to them. 4th and 15. They don't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. They're kind of digging their own grave right now. Can't get a stop on defense to save their life, and for us, it's kind of like just a Tuesday. Not a bad return from Lionel Lamb, getting it back to the other side of the 50. Howard. You know what? Let's actually try that. Let's see. Maybe hit Ryan Raheem or something. Now he took too long. We had the drag underneath. Took way too long there. You know what? They are pressing Taylor Volt. We probably had a guy deeper. I thought that was going to be a lot more open than it was. You know who is open? Sterling. Not to mention, great game from our quarterback. 252 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only a single pick. Just get it out to Sterling yet again, but he can't hold on. Not really hit that hard, and he just drops it. But we do have a 21-point lead going into the 4th quarter. Mike Madu has had a pretty decent game, but he's hurt. He went invisible. Doing his best John Cena impression. Can't have him out there on the field, though. I do not want to have an invisible player. That's the last thing I want. I've had to deal with that dang glitch before, and it is not fun. Well, I like that left side. They're pressing Volt and pressing Jameson. You know what? No, Jeremiah had it in his hands. He couldn't get a foot down. Please. I forgot to check to see if it even said challenge. But look, he beats the press. We needed to bullet that in there. A bullet would have definitely guaranteed a touchdown, but we... Question is, did he get a foot down? No, he did not. Very close to dragging his toe, though. Actually, we could challenge it. But, do we want to? Screw it. What do we have to lose at this point? If they call it a... Because they call the most obvious penalties, or whatever. They sometimes are weird on challenges. But I wouldn't be surprised if they called that no touchdown. Yeah, it's not a touchdown. All right, let's continue. Let's run a cross screen. Maybe we can get Tresman Durham wide open. Not a bad job. Good spin, and we are inside the 10-yard line. That cross screen actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. And it's a touchdown. Jeremiah Jamison, unnecessarily tackled, but still already waving goodbye to the A&M fans. I was about to say Atlanta. (35-7). At what point does it become too far gone? We're up 28 at this point. Largest comeback I've ever seen in this game is a 28-point comeback, and that was, of course, when we came back with Vermont State. Speaking of which, if I do finish this series before College Football 27 comes out, I might end up doing another Vermont State video. Yep, just keep the guy there. Trying to go 4 verts on us, and it only results in 4 yards. Ain't going deep on us, buddy. Should have learned that by now. We are strapping y'all up better than Fort Knox. 3rd and 1. It's gonna be a freaking QB, ain't it? And we'll get that stop. Nice try, A&M. We ain't letting it happen. Fourth and inches. Surprised they aren't just trying to go for another QB sneak. It's going to be back there. We're going to stop them on 4th and inches. They tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. You know, let's have Sterling run a post instead. Paxton will just take the sack. Nothing we could really do there. Let's try another halfback cross screen. Oh, they are... You know, let's just do all those. They are pressing Taylor Volk over there. Easy touchdown. I saw the press, and you got to take advantage of it. The press doesn't impress whenever you don't impress. Taylor Volk, another touchdown. That's why he is a baller. David Paxton finally getting that deep ball he needed. For a second, I was worried it wasn't going to be in stride, but it was perfectly in stride. No real reason to worry there. 42-7 against Texas A&M. No problems today. Dominating them even more than we did last season. 5.5 minutes left in the game. You know what? Let's not risk it. Let's just mass sub in the backups. No real reason to risk it. We know how injuries can affect a team. Also, we need to go pass here, not the run. I'm sorry, not the blitz. Man blitz. Well, I guess backups are going to allow that. So at this point, A&M's just stat padding. There's no real reason for them to try to come back here. And he's going to be taken down. Mitch Meeks. Meet Mr. Meeks. 2nd and 11. They're going to try running it again. 35. Is our backups really going to get a stop here? That would be crazy if we do. Well, nope. Tight end running out. And we weren't really covering it the way we should have. Surprised A&M doesn't have their backups in. He's going to get sacked. Bang. Who's number 99? I want to know. Please tell me. Why is Ralph Awesome still in? He's already got 7 sacks in just the first 2 games of the season. I don't think this defensive line is worried at all. I'm just worried why Ralph is still in the game at all. I told my backups to come in. And I know for sure Ralph is not a backup. And he's going to be sacked again. Mitch Meeks gets another one. This quarterback does not know what hit him. Literally, because he has been hit so many times. He might actually be concussed. And A&M misses wide right. Cedric Free does go down, but I'm pretty sure he's a backup, so there's no real need to worry at the moment. We actually nearly blocked that kick, which would have been crazy. But here's Johnny Marciano, the backup quarterback. Just keep him in. Let's see what freshman quarterback Johnny Marciano's got in the last 2 minutes of the game. We're going to try testing him with some passes. See if he can make some good reads. See if he can live up. Okay. But checking underneath isn't going to win my heart over, Johnny. Because I already don't have the most faith in you, bud. Ooh, nice job. Juan Barr's holding on. I don't remember if Johnny Marciano has the best speed. We're doing actually really good right now. We've seen a couple passes from Johnny, and so far, so good. Okay, I probably could have placed that a little bit more ahead of him. But not the worst job. Let's let the clock run out. And that will be the game. We dominate A&M 42-7. And it was never even close. We win the engine that could, and we now are very close to getting the lead in the series. We're down 5-3 in the all-time series against Texas A&M. It might be a lost cause against Baylor. We could at least tie with them. Maybe not even that. But man, domination after domination. If we could play like this all throughout the entire season, not lose a single game, we could have a very realistic shot at the playoffs. But great game. Great freaking game from everybody involved. Even Johnny Marciano coming in. He threw some pretty good passes, had 27 yards. Try not to play it too risky. You don't want to end up like Dylan Gabriel on the Browns, where you're a check down merchant. You don't throw it deep at all. You don't want that to be your case, but he's not got the strongest arm. So I guess the Dylan Gabriel comparison is kind of a realistic thing. Not college Dylan Gabriel. Even that wasn't too special. I'm talking about Cleveland Browns Dylan Gabriel, where he only checks it down. But David Paxton, another really good game. Great game. 1 pick. Not going to let it hold him back. But domination all throughout. Mike Madu, despite getting a little banged up going out of the game for a little bit, he did come back, but we decided to just let him sit on the bench. We were winning by a lot, and he was a little hurt. We don't want him to have any big-time injuries. So you know what? We let guys like Taylor Volk dominate. Ramon Sterling actually dominate. Jeremiah Jameson got 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's a goal line merchant, it looks like. Route artist. He's very reliable when it comes to getting in the end zone at the goal line. But 6 touchdowns in between 5 different receivers. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now let's see. Total tackles. We didn't get the most tackles, but we did have a lot of TFLs. Ralph Ossom, 6 TFLs, 4 sacks. Mitch Meeks, 2 sacks and 4 TFLs. We were having a sack fest, sack party, whatever you want to call it. I said the O-line wasn't going to be nearly as good as last season. It's going to be better. Way better. Ralph Ossom, this is what you have to do against lesser opponents. You better be dominating every single snap. And these guys, well, they said, okay, take it and double it. I'm pretty sure that's 9 total sacks in just one game for our defense. Absolutely crazy if it is 9 sacks. Yeah, it is 9 sacks. Also, not to mention 3 picks. 1 user lurk with Major Cheek at the beginning, Channing Poindexter getting it in the end zone, and Caleb Charbonnet on a bad ball does pick it off. Or he was chunking it up. Caleb's was kind of garbage time-ish. By that point, A&M, I mean, they just down, and that was pretty much it. No pass deflections because, well, we caught all of our picks. We caught them all. No forced fumbles, no recoveries. Nearly blocked the kick, but nearly isn't blocking one. Closed but no cigar. No safeties and no defensive touchdowns, but still, epic performance from the defense and an even more epic performance from the offense. Started off a little slow, but then we picked it up and dropped 42 on A&M's head. So that's going to mean we are 2-0, undefeated still. Got A&M out the way. We've got Baylor now. We won't play against Washington because, like I said, I want Vernon Shermer to know who the true kings of college football are. Let's see, David Paxson. I feel like David deserves this thumbnail. We might actually. I might change my mind later, but for now, David Paxson is the superstar on the team. David is an incredible quarterback. 6 touchdowns. I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually find him in the Heisman race. He is just that dang good of a player. I'd say that's a fair assessment. We win the rivalry game, which rivalry games are very important. We also get 16 coaching points. So let's see, what do we want to upgrade at this point? I mean, Motivator, we do actually have the ability to get Master Motivator, which let's see, what would that do for us exactly? Takes less wear and tear damage, recovers wear and tear damage faster. QBs are less likely to transfer. Increase all XP gains. Ooh. I mean, trying to save up for Master Motivator wouldn't be a bad idea. But at the same time, we could just straight up get defensive line we could almost max out. Now, if you're wondering why I don't go to 4, I don't think I really care to do 4. Let's see, we've got a 5-star quarterback, we've got 5-star DB, but we definitely need to start trying to bring in some linebackers. Let's put these points into linebacker. Big win, though. Big win. Now let's go into next week. If we can go undefeated, we might even have a chance to get that 5-star quarterback. We're up to 19. Also, got to see who actually got hurt in week 1. I'm sorry, week 0. Who got hurt? Oh, it was Ezekiel Odenigbo. No wonder. So it was pretty much Ralph Awesome dominating. Ralph Awesome and forgot who else it was. I literally just looked at it like 5 seconds ago. Whoever else it was, they were dominating. And now Baylor, they're 79 overall as well. Another dominant performance from David Paxson could punch his ticket into the Heisman. Could very well do that. But, Penn State actually got beat. We're up to 19. Is there any way we crack the top 10 before the end of the season? If we can crack the top 10, it will all but guarantee a playoff spot for us. If we can crack the top 12, that should also do the same. But we'd have to go undefeated in order for that to happen. And Baylor, while they are 79 overall, just like A&M was, it's still no team to slouch on. Can't really slouch on them. But let's get into the Baylor game. Hopefully we can have similar results. Hopefully. I'm fully expecting David Paxson to dominate yet again. The defense should dominate too. Without Ezekiel, I can't say I'm worried considering we dominated last week. So whenever we get Ezekiel Odenigbo back, that's just going to help us out a lot. I mean, already being 92 overall is still crazy. Going down 2 overall just because of losing one player, not too bad, actually. We dominate them, and it shows. Who's to say if we sim this game against Baylor, it'd end in our favor? Man, it's taking forever. This thing will load. Well, I guess while we're here, I guess while we're waiting, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Let's go to the channel. for those that are a little thirsty or whatever, here's a little hydration break. Drink of the night, Powerade. Not sponsored or anything, just drink of the night. Get a little hydration break. Okay, buddy, don't take forever now. Come on. They were really trying to avoid us, I could see. They don't want the same thing that we did to A&M happening to them. Basically, they saw the A&M beatdown, and it's like somebody asked them, "Hey, you want what he's having?" And they're like, "Nope, no thanks. I will avoid them. I will stall as long as I possibly can." Come here often. Hey, oh, excuse me. Hey, EA, dang it! This friggin' chicken nugget's getting me. Hey, EA, Electronic Arts. You mind you mind popping me into the game real quick? I know we're gonna whoop Baylor, but that's no excuse. I'm gonna try the old smack the console thing. The old smack the console trick. Uh, all right, screw this.